Bhutto Zardari has admitted that his country has found it difficult to bring the Kashmir issue into the center of the United Nations agenda due to India's diplomatic efforts. And speaking to media persons on the sidelines of the UN's Commission on the Status of Women, Zardari said, and I quote, "Whenever the issue of Kashmir is brought up, our neighbouring countries strongly object, vociferously object, and they perpetuate a post-facto narrative." What does he mean by this post-facto narrative? We'll delve deeper into that. But in the meantime, let me also play out what Bilawal Bhutto Zardari had to say.
We face a particularly uphill task to try and get Kashmir onto into the center of the agenda at the United Nations. And whenever the issue of Kashmir is brought up, our neighboring countries strongly object, vociferously object, and they perpetuate a post-fact narrative where they try to claim that this is not a dispute for the United Nations. That this is not a disputed territory recognized by the international community. And they insist, counter to the facts, counter to the reality, that their usurpation of Kashmir should be endorsed.
All right, for more details, let's quickly go across to our international news correspondent Abhishek Jha, who will put this into perspective for us. Abhishek, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari is becoming habitual of attacking India for Kashmir. Having said that, he can't really hide India's diplomatic clout at the United Nations by calling it a post-facto narrative.
Clearly, Akansha, while speaking to the media person on the sideline of this UN event, when he was asked about this Kashmir situation, he kind of slipped when calling India as a friend. And also, he has compared Kashmir's situation with the Palestinian situation. In the context of women, it was being talked about. But he also admitted that India has created an environment there in UN where now Pakistan is really finding it hard to sell its own agenda regarding Kashmir, and people are not buying the crisis that Pakistan tries to create around Kashmir issue and compare it as a humanitarian crisis and the crisis that world should focus. He said that the Kashmir should get extra focus at UN, but with the kind of effort that India has taken at UN, they are really finding it as an uphill task to bring the Kashmir to the center of UN. We have seen how India has been vociferously trying to downplay any effort by Pakistan to bring the issue of Kashmir at the United Nations, because India's point has always been that it is not a dispute, it is already a settled situation, and the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir is also part of India, and Indian sovereignty extends till there, and that should be returned to India, where the Pakistan has captured. So that is the Indian point of view, and it looks like now Pakistan has some sort of realization that the world has started buying Indian narrative and not getting slipped on the Pakistani side's agenda.
And ironically enough, he's talking about a country which had extended an olive branch, not just to Pakistan, but Bhutto himself, because remember, he's been invited for the SEO summit as well. Many thanks to you, Abhishek, for bringing in all the latest. And with that, it's a quick wrap from my end. Thank you so much for watching CNN News.